Hi, Dr. Gary on the road. We sell dental practices nationwide. We are dental practice brokers. Today's topic is last minute panic, buyer unprepared for closing. We'll talk about what happened. Anyway, so now we are 28. We're in 28 states. We have 10 employees, including 2 CPA accountants. We're available for you 363 days a year. We take off Christmas and Easter. Our phone number is 201-663-0935. And our website is dentalpracticeguide.com or nationwidedentalpracticebrokers.com. So please give us a ring. We'll be happy to chat with you. And all the information you're about to hear is for entertainment purposes only. It is not business or legal advice. Also, remember that, and I've been doing this for 13 years now as a dentist for 25. Remember that if you're thinking about selling to a DSO, you have one of the larger practices, 1.5 million and higher, with 6 operatories or more, which is the new criteria basically lately, we can help you. So please give me a ring, and they will often pay, the DSOs will often pay our commission, so there'll be no commission to you under most circumstances. And if you work with myself and my team, we will try to get your legal fees reimbursed upon closing. So you're not going to have legal fees. Get them reimbursed upon successful closing. And we've done that a number of times. Anyway, so now this buyer is not prepared. It's like, I can't believe it, what's going on. This is the worst of the circumstances to be in. The buyer's attorney doesn't want to talk to me because he thinks I'm too aggressive, and he's not a dental attorney. Seller's attorney is not a dental attorney. She doesn't talk to me. There is no bank involved, so there's nobody monitoring this. They're going on the hope and the whim that the 2 non-dental attorneys know what they're doing. And it doesn't look like they do, according, I'm sure they're great attorneys, but in this circumstance, I don't think they've done dental deals before. So nobody's talking to me, and they say they have the closing coming up in like a week and a half. And I'm saying, and I'm trying to talk to the seller, said, are you set with everything? They said, we're just waiting for the last bit of credentialing for the buyer. I'm like, he doesn't have his license yet? I said, what are you talking about? He said, well, he is licensed to practice in the state, but he can't technically own his own office, technically. Now, there's no bank involved, mind you. So, this is like a crazy situation. They're hoping that everything's going to come through last minute from the state for his licensing credential. There's some kind of law in this state that you can work as a dentist as long as there's another dentist on the premises and you have a degree and so forth. So this is just crazy. Excuse me a minute. So this is absolutely crazy. They're trying to close in a week and they're not ready. And everybody's like, oh, well, yeah, we think we got it together. It's like, what? Now, this is what happens when you cut out the broker. Now, I've done this hundreds of times, all right? And I have been doing this for 13 years. I think I've learned a few things along the way, perhaps. I don't know. And this is like the blind leading the blind. It is so crazy what they're doing. Broker is involved in every single aspect. That's what we do. We don't just bring the lead and disappear. We get involved in the activity for that day and what's going on. And all along, we don't stop until the deal closes. All right? And I don't relax until 5 minutes after the deal is done. That's when I relax. So I monitor everything. But this is a situation where there's no bank, so there's nobody watching the deal. So the buyer's paying cash, a non-dental attorney for the seller, a terrible non-dental attorney for the buyer who doesn't want to speak to me and just says I'm too aggressive, and I'm unable to watch the moving parts. And now I find out this issue with licensing and credentialing. And of course, there's some obscure law in this state that you can practice, but it has to be another dentist in the. If you practice in the state for such a period of time and you have a valid dental degree, and you're giving some kind of, I think they have some kind of temporary agreement or whatever. I don't know exactly what it is, but I would have been on top of this, and nobody's monitoring. You've got to have somebody monitoring these deals all the time. That's how it works. Somebody has to be monitoring. That's what we do as a broker. We're involved in this. And then they're trying to close at the last day of the month. Another mistake, because they think it's easier for the rent. It's like it doesn't matter. You could prorate the rent, prorate all the utilities. It doesn't make it any more convenient that you think you're going to close on the end of the month. I hear this from buyers all the time. And when you try to close on a specific day, it's hard. I'm telling them you should be closing a few days ahead of time. If you want to close on the 30th, then try to close on like the 28th, because you could default to the 30th in this way. So I'm trying to get through to them, and it's so difficult. You have to understand the role of the broker, because I've been doing this so long. I foresee problems and things that may be happening. And this is a situation, it's like a freaking nightmare. I don't know what's going to happen, and they're hoping the state licensure comes through. It's hoping. It's Thursday. It's going to be 8 days from now. Who's to say the state's going to come through? So you need the broker involved in every moving part. Whoever you choose as a broker, they have to be intimately involved. In touch with the bank, if there is one. In touch with the buyer's attorney, the seller's attorney, the buyer, the seller, the landlord attorney, if so need be. Just crazy, drives me crazy. And this is what happens. I'm trying to prevent issues and problems from happening. If you have a targeted date, you have to be prepared for that date. There's things you must institute now to get to that date. I don't know if this is going to happen. We'll see. Well, thank you for tuning in. We have a lot of new information coming in. Please hit the like button so we can get you new information all the time. We have extra, I think we're up to 317 YouTubes. I've been told I have more YouTube videos on dental practice sales and transitions and buying a dental practice more than anyone in the country. We hope you find it helpful. Now, those of you that are getting the, every month we send out the new practices for sale. You should be getting that every month. So please let us know if you're not getting it. But it should be going out every single month. I think, 4 to 6 weeks. But we're always getting new ones. So please pay attention to that. It may go to your spam mail. So be careful of that too. And if you're not getting them and you have signed your non-disclosure agreement, call us up and let us know. Maybe something slipped by, or maybe our email blast goes to your spam or something, because we have 855, I think, buyers now. We try to get this new list out every 4 to 6 weeks. All right. Thank you for listening. Hit the like button if you like what you hear, so you'll hear some more. Bye now. Thank you.